Hello, welcome back to the channel Up the Reds TV with me, Andy. So this one is the pre-match warm-up for Leeds Liverpool. So apologies for this one being done on match day. I was going to do it yesterday, but I had that horrible, nasty thing called man flu. I was coughing and spluttering. I did try to do the video last night, but honestly, I was coughing and sneezing and losing my voice. So apologies for that. But anyway, you've got it today. So Leeds Liverpool. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you on this one, as I always am. This one worries me. You might be asking why it's worrying me. Well, I had to look at Arne Slot's press conference yesterday. He was asked about obviously winning at West Ham and drawing against Sunderland in probably what was a poor performance. He came back with, look, he said, we were one deflection from keeping 2 clean sheets. We haven't conceded from a set piece in the last 2, and I saw positives from the players that we have brought in. Wirtz was one of the players who were creative. He was asked about how little Isak has touched the ball. He said, did you see his touches at Newcastle, which I found a bit strange. Then he also did say, it's up to me to show how we want Isak to be more involved and to make sure he gets the touches in the right areas like Haaland does at City. So obviously looking at comparisons there. On Salah, it's normal for people to talk about Mo not playing. We have many options for players to start. On Chiesa, about the last-ditch block against Sunderland, it's what I expect defenders and attackers to do in that situation. On the Premier League, he said it gets better and better each season, and our aim is to get into the top 4. So then he spoke about Leeds. He said on Leeds, they're really strong against Chelsea, and with a low block and long balls from the keeper. So this will be a physical test for us. Player availability, Connor Bradley is available. He's been training. Joey got a knock at West Ham, so he couldn't finish the Sunderland game, but he's back in training as of yesterday. He was asked about why he didn't try Ekitike on the left-hand side because of obviously ditched Gakpo in the midweek game, and he said he couldn't use Ekitike in that position because of the Isaac situation when he wasn't fit and ready to play. And obviously Ingamo was brought up, and he said, look, Rio's had more minutes than any other 17-year-old in the Premier League this season. And he was asked about the Elliott situation. He said, about the game, less game time. He's getting hardly any game time at Villa. He said, you should ask Villa why and not us. And and that's why I'm worried. I'm worried that this is going to be a tough one today. I'm worried about the comments that came from Arne Slot, Arne Slot yesterday. It seems like that we're playing one game at a time. He didn't talk about, yes, Leeds have had, well, I'll talk about Leeds, the 2 results against Chelsea and Man City, but he didn't give me any confidence to say that we go to Elland Road having picked up 4 points out of 2 games, when really we should have been beating Sunderland at home if it wasn't for that poor performance. And yes, West Ham were, to put it mildly, piss poor, and you know, and we just turned up and got the job done there. And and yeah, it's very concerning for me, and this has to be a win game for us. Draw's not going to be good. He's alluded to finishing in the top 4. I've been saying weeks ago our aim, because when we were going through this horrible run of defeats, that we haven't got a chance of retaining our title this season because of the way we're playing. We're halfway through the season. Coming up to it, we're in December. The team has no style of play. The team has no physicality to it. It's lacking all that for me. I've seen him a few times now live this season, and it's all down to the coaching side of it. If he's mentioning, it's up to him to make sure that Alexander Isak gets the touches in the right areas. I don't understand that at all, because we're not playing to that style for Isak to be getting the touches in the right areas. You can't see what kind of formation that we have. And I already alluded on Sunderland's game, and I don't want to keep harping on going backwards. I want to sort of like see us going forward. I'm very worried about Arne Slot, and if we lose the game against Leeds today, are we going to get a reaction from Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes? Because we shouldn't be losing to 17th place in the Premier League. We should not. And I can hear you shouting at me saying, well, we're only 2 points off 4th spot, Chelsea, whoever in there. I get that, but we're flipping Liverpool. You know, we should be... Our football's really, really boring to watch on the eye. And please don't say, go and watch somebody else play. But that's never going to happen, is it? We're right to constructively criticise the football team and the head coach, and everything points to me that we're not doing something right on the training ground. You know, yes, you can look at the players. They're professional footballers. They've been professional footballers for years and years, some of them, and they've been through a lot. And on a football pitch, on receiving information, footballers like to receive information to play the game. You know, you hear this where you say, well, you go and make the decision on the pitch. You know, you hear coaches and managers say, I give him the information during the week, I give them the information before the game, and when they cross the white chalk, I expect them to deliver on the information provided. But yeah, this our style of play is so slow at the moment that what gets me is what Sunderland's manager said. It was so easy to play against Liverpool. You know, Fortress Anfield. He said he couldn't believe it. His players couldn't believe it, how easy it was to play against Liverpool. And he was 100% right, really, because when they had a goal kick, they had a choice of 5 players to choose from to pass the ball to. And we had only 2 pressing, in Wirtz and Isak. Isaac doesn't press. He was just doing doggies to try and close down, but they were getting out of the triangle, within seconds of that goal kick happening. And yeah, that's how bad it is for us at the moment. We're relying on to. It's not the old presser when Jurgen Klopp was there, when we had Mane, Salah, Firmino, Fabinho, and all these other players under Klopp. This is totally new way of playing for us, and it is boring. It is boring. I said in my last post-match video, it was a bore fest, and it was. And that's why I'm worried today, because I don't think nothing will change. I want things to change, but I don't think they will. I think it's going to be repeat and rinse for them. So let me have a look at Chelsea then, shall I, from my perspective. They are 17th in the league. Last two results, unlucky to lose to City away. They were 2-0 down, brought it back to 2-2, was it? And they lost 3-2, but they were far the better team in the second half. They played Chelsea at home and they ran out comfortable 3-1 winners. So they've scored 5 goals in 2 games. I'm just trying to think. We've scored 5 goals maybe in the last 4, 5, maybe 6 games. Sorry, I'm just doing the maths on my fingers. Yeah, 6 games. And they've scored. So they're on an upward trajectory on there. They've played 7 at home. They've won 3. Drawn 2 and lost 2, and they've got a +2 with goals at home. That's also where they've got their 11 points out of 14 have come from. So it's going to be a difficult game for us, especially the first 20 minutes. And as Slot has alluded, they are a physical team and they do work very hard as a team. Now, we need to be on it today. I've been saying for weeks, we need to be on it. We need to be on it. And I've only seen it in little patches. Very, very little patches. But I've not seen us probably demolish a team. Probably the last team that we did that to was Tottenham. When it was confirmed that we were champions. But since then, I haven't seen us do that, because the players have got used to a formation that was okay last season, but other teams have wised onto it and we are now getting in trouble. I know we're going to talk about players that we've lost, etc., but no, it doesn't wash with me, because at the end of the day, we're buying professional footballers, and you will not get 2 players alike in any position when a player leaves, because it's different mannerisms. You have to coach that player to work extremely hard for the team and to get your message across, and that's what your job is. I have absolutely no Scooby-Doo on what team Arne Slot is going to pick today. He has to get his team selection right. He has to get the setup right. He has to get his tactics right for this one. And if he doesn't, the writing is already on the wall, and this could be the one. And I'm hoping I am 110% wrong in this, absolutely. But I am struggling to wake up, to look forward to a game, to think yes, it's Leeds. We'll go there and get the 3 points. I woke up thinking, wow, it's Leeds in 17th. Can we get something from this game after the last 2 games? So yeah, as I said, I've got no idea what his team's going to be. If I was going to Leeds with that set of players, my setup would be 4-4-2, diamond shape. Ali in goals. I'd start with Joey Gomez. I know Connor's back, but he's not even game fit sharpness, and he's going into a game where Leeds players are on a high. So Joey Gomez, right back. Canate, Van Dijk. Both of them had suspect games at the weekend with direct player involvement and the way that we conceded the goal. Kirkes would come back in for me. Gravenberg would be in that 6 to sit. Okay, this is the diamond shape I'm looking at. Gravenberg would be in there to sit. I'd have Slobosly on the right, and I'd have Curtis Jones on the left-hand side. I would drop Maka. Honestly, I would drop Maka for this one because I don't think he's physically good enough for us at the moment, and his passing is not good to break the lines. And then just in front of those two, I'd have Wirtz. Okay, he'd be in there. I'd have Ekitike on the right-hand side. I'd have Isak and I'd have Chiesa. He's never going to pick Chiesa. Never. Okay, he has a fundamental problem with him of not starting games. So, as I say, that's what my team would be against Leeds. The first 20 minutes is going to be hard for us, I think, because it's at Elland Road. It'll be raucous. Their fans will be up for it. They'll be smelling blood. We need to match them for everything. And if we don't do that, we'll concede first and we'll end up losing the game because they will, as I said, smell blood, and they will go for the jugular and they will attack and attack and attack, and they will exploit us. So I'm looking for work rate. Salah's not been picked because he came on and you saw what he could do up front, but again he didn't deliver anything. But you also saw where he wasn't defending in that second half. I've already mentioned why I don't want Maka to start, because he's not on it. He's had enough game time to come up to speed. He's recovered from his injury, but he's not showing anything for us. If I'm being any critical, I thought probably that was a very average game for Dom against Sunderland. But yeah, he needs to bring how he's been playing in the games when we've been poor. I brought Curtis Jones in there because let's see if we can start thinking about forward-thinking passes. Wirtz, he needs that space, and obviously I think he'll do okay playing at the top of the diamond. You've got Isak. Let's see if we can find Isak. Ekitike will give us different options. He does run down the channels and doesn't wait for the ball to be passed to him. He will make the movement. Freddie will give you everything. He'll give you the protection and he will try something. He will get involved, and that's what we want. Gakpo's been dropped for me because all the teams have got wise to him. Just get 2 players on him, stop him coming inside, because he won't take anybody out on the outside on, So yeah, he should be benched. So that will be my team. Like I said, I'll be surprised if that is the team. Knowing Arne Slot, I think he'll be throwing all the cards on the table on this one. And if he gets it wrong, that could be it. Okay, that could be it. And because we play Inter Milan midweek in the Champions League away, so yeah. Sorry, I sound a bit downful. Maybe it's still the man flu I'm recovering from. But you give me your thoughts. This video's coming out today. It's 12:26. It'll probably be out about 3 o'clock. And if YouTube get their act together and download it quickly, and yeah, you give me your thoughts, and I'll do the post-match tomorrow, and we'll see after what happens after the game with all the interviews and everything. Right, if you like this video, please give me a like, please share it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Come on, let's get this channel built up here at Up the Reds TV. Okay, enjoy the match. Fingers crossed we get something from it, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Up the Reds.